Hi, I'm Joe Kent, proudly endorsed by the state Republican Party as the candidate for Washington's 3rd Congressional District. A question I get asked a lot on the campaign trail is, what am I going to do differently this time? It's a great question, and it's one that I take very seriously. My campaign and I have talked with local leaders, past volunteers, and activists to seek their advice. We also studied other Republicans who lost their first race for Congress, but then went on to win their rematches to see what we could learn from them. We've determined 3 big ways we can improve. The first is boosting our early voting program. In the last election, we emphasized the importance of voting on Election Day. Unfortunately, this gave the Democrats nearly a 30-day head start in voting, and they had much more of a robust ballot collection program than we did. The result was that 100,000 Republicans didn't return their ballots, and we ended up losing by just about 2,600 votes, a margin of less than 1%. This time, my campaign will take the lead in working with state and county parties, the National Republican Congressional Committee, and other outside groups to build an early ballot collection program that surpasses the Democrats' efforts. And while there have been past concerns about early voting, I've been really impressed by the hard work the local parties have done to ensure the integrity of our elections by doing everything from monitoring drop boxes to observing the counting process. I believe our voters can bank their votes early with confidence, and I'll be returning my ballot the same day I receive it. The second way we're improving is by giving more attention to local issues. In my first run, I was focused like a laser on national issues: inflation, the budget, foreign affairs, and the federal government's incompetence under Joe Biden. And while these issues are important, I'm expanding my campaign's focus to local challenges, like the need for a new I-5 bridge, returning control of natural resources to local leaders, and addressing the fentanyl epidemic that's killing our citizens in record numbers. One way we're doing this is through our video series, Get Local with Joe, where I talk to community leaders about the problems that we're facing in the district and how we can solve them. So far, I've done episodes on the timber industry with a lifelong forester, education with a school choice advocate, the I-5 bridge with the transportation expert, and the crime and drug problem with the sheriffs of Lewis and Skamania County. And I'll continue to put forward solutions on local issues that, as a member of Congress, I can help solve. The third improvement that we're making is to do more outreach to a broader base of voters. In 2022, there was just 6 weeks between the resolution of the primary and the start of early voting in the general election. And that didn't give us enough time to heal the wounds of a hard-fought primary. Since I began this campaign last January, I've been aggressively reaching out to Republicans of all stripes, from moderates to libertarians to conservatives. I've held roundtables with former supporters of Jamie Hura Butler. I've sat down with homeschool moms, and I'm doing a tour around the district, inviting voters from all 7 counties to join me for a cup of coffee to hear my message and for them to share their concerns. So far, our efforts are really paying off, as the county Republican parties for Clark, Cowitz, Lewis, Skamania, Thurston, and Wahkiakum put aside differences and unified to endorse my campaign. And this last summer, the Washington State Republican Party endorsed me, the first time they've endorsed a congressional challenger in 10 years. Regardless of who you support for president or for governor, I want you to feel welcome on Team Kent. Because when we get to November, if we're united, we win and America wins. If we're divided, we all lose. I encourage anyone who wants to learn more about me or my campaign to attend one of my upcoming events. You can also send me an email at joe@joekentforcongress.com. I'd be grateful for the opportunity to earn your support. Thank you, and God bless.